An alleged victim facing the man accused of sexually assaulting her and killing their baby to cover it up. We've been following the rape and murder trial of Herman Robinson right from the start. Kimberly Howard was in court all day. And Kimberly, I know several people took the stand today, but really the alleged victim in this case was long anticipated. What happened? What did she say?
It sure has been long anticipated, Liz. Now, she held her head up high despite the details in this case being very disturbing. We actually captured the moment when Robinson watched her approach the stand. Take a look. You can actually see as his eyes move from one side of the courtroom to the other. Now, before she took the stand, we heard a lot of graphic testimony from a doctor who examined her. The doctor saying it was clear to her that she was pregnant and gave birth to a child, clearly without any sort of medical care. This doctor who testified deals specifically with victims of sexual assault, and she said that based on what she saw in the exam room, this is one of the most brutal cases she's ever seen. The prosecution says Robinson began raping the alleged victim when she was just about 11 years old, eventually getting her pregnant, and then they say he killed their newborn girl by covering her mouth and smashing her head against the floor. Again, the details of this case, very disturbing. When the alleged victim herself took the stand, you could see her shaking just a bit. She had to pause several times, gathering her thoughts. She was only on the stand for about 10 minutes.
Let me ask you this. Are you nervous today?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever testified in court before?
No.
All right. So take your time. Take a deep breath.
And court adjourned soon after that, so we didn't get a chance to hear anything as far as how this alleged victim was feeling when these apparent rapes were taking place, or what exactly happened from her point of view to her baby, but we're expecting those details to come out Monday when this case continues. Liz?
Kimberly, this is such a sensational case, and we have the alleged victim on the stand there and talking at one point, I guess, about how her own father had been murdered when she was a child. What's the atmosphere been like? It's got to be so incredible to be in that courtroom for this.
Yeah, Liz, it's been very tense. You know, when other people have testified, we've seen the defendant writing a lot, writing things down on a piece of paper. But when she was on the stand, when the alleged victim was on the stand, he was pretty much either zeroed in right on her or looking down. And I also want to mention, for those of you at home, that this is not a jury trial. There's actually a Supreme Court justice who is presiding over this case, and it's up to him as far as what happens to Robinson, as far as his fate. And if he's convicted, he could be spending the rest of his life behind bars. Liz?
Did you see any emotion on his face at all? On the justice's face?
You know, on the justice's face, no. I mean, he's remained impartial. He's sitting on the bench, presiding over this, so he's been basically going over the facts of the case, making sure that everything's going as it should in the courtroom, but not much emotion from the judge.
All
no.
right. I guess I wouldn't expect so, but just thought it was worth asking. Thank you, Kimberly Howard, reporting for us on really a trial that has, captured the headlines and the attention of people all over the area.